I'm the asshole for refusing to play nice to my father's girlfriend, and by doing so preventing them from moving in together. Some background info. My mother, 37, had me, 20 male, at 17. She was never a mother to me, and I was raised by my grandparents and later my uncle, 34. When I was 8, my grandma got sick, and my uncle, who was 22 at the time, started taking me in, and I moved in with him full-time at 12. I only saw my mother for family events, and she was always criticizing me, how I looked, my hobbies, what I liked. By 14, I refused to talk to and or see her. When I was 18, my uncle proposed to legally adopt me. I decided to go see my mother one last time to inform her and have some closure. During this talk, she told me my father's name. I talked to my family about him, and long story short, basically everyone knows him. His family lived in the same town as my great-grandparents, and my family used to go there every holiday. I decided to try to meet him with my uncle. He, 36, moved back a few years ago to be close to his family, and he took everything pretty well. I did make sure to inform him that I already had a dad. He told me that he had no children and was interested in knowing me. He presented me to his parents, and they even found some pictures of me with him from before he went to college. For the last 2 years, we had a pretty great relationship. He also got along well with my uncle. At college, I call him once a week, and I see him pretty often. The issue is his girlfriend, Anna. They don't live together and have been a couple for over 3 years. She made it clear that I had no place here. After a few encounters with her, she reminded me so much of my mom, her attitude, her remarks and critiques that I refused to go see him for a while. I think he realized because he told me that she didn't need to be here every time. I only see her when I go to eat with him at his parents'. She still manages to make it clear that I don't belong in this family. When I ask a question, she tells me stuff like, "If you were really a part of the family, you should know," always pointing physical differences out. So it was a surprise when she called me last week. I thought it was an emergency, so I answered. She told me that she wanted to move in with my dad, but he refused because he knows we don't get along, and he wanted his house to be a safe place for me, and he was afraid I would come by less if she was there all the time. It's the truth. She then told me I should put my grudges aside and try to be nicer to her for my father's sake. I told her no. I had years of therapy to be able to remove toxic people from my life, and being with her is like being with my mom. I don't want to put myself in this kind of situation anymore. I talked to my uncle, and he agrees. For him, my mental health should always be my top priority. But some other people think that I should at least make an effort for my father's happiness and that it would be selfish to not try. Okay, so I'm gonna go with 100% not the asshole here, and that is because he has tried. He's received treatment from his real dad's girlfriend that is similar to what he received with his mom, and he knows how that story ends. It doesn't. It's just a repeated cycle of verbal abuse, basically. And the girlfriend here, I understand her situation. She was with real dad and everything was going great, and then all of a sudden, boom, this kid shows up. Holy crap. The whole dynamic changes, but she chose an extremely selfish route and decided to just be shitty instead of trying to make it work. I don't know what she thought she was going to accomplish by this, repel the kid, which she kind of has done, but now she selfishly wants to move in with real dad, and now there's an obstacle, and she's only trying to just remove that obstacle for her own sake. Number one, she seems like a shit person. Number two, I think you're kind of doing your dad a favor here, OP, by making sure that she doesn't move in with him, because she seems like a shit person. And if she's a shit person to you, she's gonna be a shit person to him if she's not already. So, do not give in. Remain strong. Repel the assholes. We need to get asshole repellent. There's a freaking t-shirt waiting to happen. It's an aerosol can, but it's asshole repellent. Come on, we can make this happen. And we need to send a whole case to this kid, not the asshole.